Hi everybody. I just finished The Golden Lily by Rochelle Mead. I would just like to say that I had read, pretty much I read the whole book today. Pretty much. Even though it's 2 a.m., I technically read it in about 24 hours. Um, this book is great. It was a great follow-up novel to Bloodlines, which is, if you don't know her side story, her side series to Vampire Academy. And I was very happy with the way it went. There wasn't a moment when I was really angry, but from this point forward, I'm going to spoil it for anyone else, so I wouldn't suggest continuing watching it if you haven't read it yet. But trust me, if you've read Bloodlines, you should definitely go pick up The Golden Lily. And if you haven't picked up Bloodlines, you probably should if you loved Vampire Academy. Okay, so I really need to start like making like bullet points of like all the things that like excited me or made me happy in the book. Um, I was kind of upset we didn't get Dimitri as much because that's how it ended the book. With Dimitri came back, and I was like, oh my god, Dimitri's back, yay! But um, I was happy that he was back, and he made his little comments here and there, and they brought up Rose every now and then, and it was nice. It was a nice thing for me, at least. Um, then there was the guy, Trey. His name is Trey. Um, I knew once he started getting sketchy and disappearing from school, and after he set her up with his cousin, Brayden or Brandon or whatever the fuck his name is, once that started like developing, like once he started taking her out and he was like, be careful, I was like, he's involved somehow. He has to be, because it's way too obvious. Um, yeah, I had no spoilers read or anything like that. I just was able to pick up on it really fast. Um, I did still like it though. I liked the way that it developed overall, but I mean, I guess normally if I wouldn't have just been solidly reading it, I wouldn't have noticed it. But it was like, oh, Trey knows something because it matches his tattoo. Like, normally I would have been like, oh, what? But I had already figured out that he was involved somehow. I thought his cousin would have been involved too, but I guess not. He was kind of a douche to Sydney at the dance. I mean, granted, she did end up leaving him, but he pretty much called her a prostitute, even though Adrian made him play into it. And he just like he didn't compliment her on how she looked. He was just like, this isn't right. This isn't accurate. Like, who the fuck are you? Your girlfriend is hot. Tell her she's fucking hot. Like, don't be a douche about her costume. It's fucking Halloween. Like, I I didn't like his character at all. I wish they would have, but it worked because it got her distracted a little bit. So her being away from her family, and it distracted her from Trey a little bit. But yeah, I do like how she was, in a way, she was distracted, but she was also able to keep her balance between work and her family. And she always did everything that had to be done. Um, what else was there? I thought Adrian was fucking hilarious. The thing about the prostitutes, when she went to stop herself to dumb herself down, he was like, no, let's talk about it. And he mentioned something about, he was like, oh, I think prostitutes are pretty important. And his dad walked in, he goes, well, it looks like things haven't changed or something like that. And I was hysterical. I'm on the bus on my way to work, and I'm reading this, and I'm laughing, and everybody's staring at me because I'm the girl that has the book, and I'm just like, oh crap, I'm on a bus. I'm that girl. So it was definitely pretty funny. The kiss at the end, I was so mad that it took a whole book for them to kiss. It's like watching Doctor Who, the ninth season, the first season, ninth season, 2005 with Rose, and then at the end they kiss and then he fucking regenerates. What the fuck is that? Not okay. Not okay. There was a whole build up there for one kiss. Not okay. But before I get on a ramble about Doctor Who, yeah. So the book was great. I can't wait to see where they're gonna take the next one. I don't even know what the next one's called. I know this one just came out, so I know it's gonna be a while before it it comes out. If what the dealio is, but I'm glad to see that she was starting to fall for him, and it took the kiss for her to realize it, because um, stupid blank pages at the end of books. Because she was saying that she walked away and her heart was breaking. So she's really starting to fall for him, and it puts her in a very difficult position because an alchemist isn't supposed to, have feelings for them. They're supposed to kind of be like Keith, where he was kind of an asshole, but be an asshole nicely. Like, keep your distance from them. Like, almost like an acquaintance. Just like, yeah, yeah, okay. And then if something happens to them, it's like you feel bad, but it's like you're not emotionally attached to it, so you don't get all emotional about it. But I'm very interested to see where they take her character and her and Adrian's relationship, because I'm sure she's going to stay away from him now because it's going to be really awkward, and I'm pretty sure Jill picked up on what happened and she's going to try and talk to her about it, or they're going to relocate her and she's going to have to stay away from them, but they're going to be in trouble and they're going to want Sydney and not want anybody else because she's grown so close to them, which will then raise questions. I mean, it could be any number of things that could happen in the next book, and I'm really, really excited to figure out where it's going to go. I'm just really sad that now I have to wait before the next book comes out to know what the hell's going on. But other than that, it was really awesome, and I ramble when I book review, and I can't help it. Also, if you have not seen my Project Bookworm Love video, I will link it in the bottom bar. But let me know what you're reading. I still have 3 more books that are due back the 29th, so I'm probably going to eat them the way I eat all the books that I read. So keep me posted on what's going on with you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!